Last week we took care of all the international editions coming for 2023. From intimate multi-launches to large-scale wooden roller coasters, it is a strong class of rides. Now let's take a look into the editions coming to the States. Here are all the major coasters opening in the US for 2023. First, let's take some quick looks at the rides that were delayed from years prior. American Dryer Looping at Indiana Beach, built by Schwarzkopf. The relocated coaster was last opened in a park in Mexico before it had a major accident. Afterwards, Indiana Beach purchased the ride with plans to restore it and open for 2022, but delays in the project have it slated to open for 2023. Aquaman Power Wave at Six Flags Over Texas, built by Mack Rides. This Mack Power Slash was slated for an original opening of 2020, then 2021, then 2022, but now it's 2023. To say it's been a while is an understatement, especially since there's been track up in place for years now. But that's Six Flags for you. When it opens, it should be a welcomed addition to the original park. ArieForce 1 at Fun Spot Atlanta, built by RMC. This is definitely the most anticipated delayed coaster, and with all the Fun Spot advertisements showing a 2022 opening till late this year, it's disappointing that it didn't open, but now that it's testing, I would anticipate an early 2023 opening for this, what should be elite coaster. Matugani at Lost Island, built by Intamin. Another relocation, this launch coaster was supposed to open with the park, but it ran into some issues. Now set to open this year for the park's second season as the headlining attraction. This coaster formerly operated at Liseberg before being relocated to the Iowa theme park. Palindrome at Cotaland, built by Gerstlauer. One of the more surprising announcements of 2021 was this shuttle coaster coming to an Austin area racetrack, but after the announcement of a Vekoma tilt coaster this year, the park intends on fully revamping, starting with this unique and exciting ride that features multiple inversions, a switch track, and more. Now on to the new announcements. Arctic Rescue at SeaWorld San Diego, built by Intamin. This is the second family launch coaster by Intamin coming to the SeaWorld parks, the other being Wavebreaker. Now this should be a fun ride, hitting speeds of 40 miles an hour over 2,800 feet of track. While it won't be the most thrilling ride, the jet ski style trains should add a fun and unique twist for everyone to enjoy. This is also the park's second coaster edition in as many years, and they kinda needed it. However, with Mack having a family launch coaster in Manta in the same park, it feels a little redundant edition-wise. The two have nearly identical speeds and length stats. It'll be interesting to see how the park separates the two coasters. Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood, built by Vekoma. Another family launch coaster, this is the finishing Wildwood Grove area of the park, wrapping up around the pathways and around different rides. Now with nearly 4,000 feet of track and 3 launches, this should supply a little bit more thrill than your run-of-the-mill family coaster, but judging by the POV, don't expect any crazy forces here. But it should slide in nicely as another above-average family attraction for Dollywood. Earbreaker at Cotaland, built by Vekoma. Now this is the first major thrill coaster built by Vekoma for their big return in the US, and this will be a tilt coaster. Now, the return of this gimmicky model is exciting. The first drop starts as the track turns 90 degrees and slides the trains down after a short delay. And with 4 inversions, this is far from a one-trick pony. Pair it with Palindrome, and Cotaland looks to have a pair of unique and crowd-drawing coasters set to open this year. Dark Coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, built by Intamin. Yet another family launch coaster by Intamin coming to the SeaWorld chain. This one will also feature the unique motorbike style seating as Arctic Rescue, but this one will be completely indoors. Built in the old Curse of Dark Castle building, this ride will use multiple laps and switch tracks to boost the ride time. With nearly 2,500 feet of track and a speed of 36 miles per hour, it will be interesting to see how much theming can boost this ride thrill-wise. After this open, the park will feature a crazy 4 launch coasters with at least 10 or more launches in the park if you count their multi-passes. Mattel Adventure Park coasters, built by Chance Rides. 1 family coaster and 1 Hyper GTX will open at this Arizona park next year. We have seen Chance Rides family coasters like Slime Streak at Nickelodeon Universe before, but we've only seen 1 other Hyper GTX, and that opened as Lightning Run at Kentucky Kingdom, and it's universally praised for its compact and airtime-filled layout. However, this looks to be a little bit of a different style layout that's more based on some basic conversions, at least according to rumors and renderings, so only time will tell if it matches its predecessor's high praise. Pipeline at SeaWorld Orlando, built by B&M. The only major B&M coming to the US this year is the debut of their all-new launching stand-up model, the Surf Coaster. Complete with new suspension-based trains, the ride will no doubt be a huge factor in the company's continued work in the launch coaster market, as it only marks their third launch coaster. The layout seems fairly simple with some low-to-the-ground inversions, but the question is, will it beat out the park's other new launch coaster, Icebreaker? Primordial at Lagoon, built in-house. This coaster has been under construction for a while, and between the impressive mountain structure and the park's other in-house coaster, Cannibal, expectations are high. All we really know is the park has said the ride will be interactive, so I would guess some kind of shooting ride built into the coaster, but who really knows? The park has yet to give a really solid timetable when this will open, but as teased, there is more to come. Tron at the Magic Kingdom, built by Vekoma. This will be a clone of the Tron coaster at the Shanghai Disneyland. Featuring massive white dome structures that will light up along with the racing motorbikes, this ride seems like a fairly straightforward, exciting launch coaster. The construction has taken a bit longer than expected, but it should be ready for early 2023. Hitting nearly 60 miles an hour, this should be one of the more thrilling rides in the park and in Disney World, not to mention, it looks incredible. Wildcats Revenge at Hershey Park, built by RMC. Competing for the best coaster of 2023 will be this hybrid conversion. The former Wildcat was rough, but as GCI's first coaster, many expected it to be saved with Titan Track. Instead, it will receive a massive overhaul, including increasing the height, adding 4 inversions, and slick new steel iBox track. If it is compared to the RMCs of similar stats, this is going to be an incredible ride. Throw in some trademark airtime moments, and this is easily my most anticipated credit of the new year. Wild Mouse at Cedar Point, built by Zamperla. The replacement for Wicked Twister along with the rest of the boardwalk area, this should be a cute family addition for a big park. The spinning coaster is paying homage to the former Wild Mouse of Cedar Point while also giving a modern twist to the common model. Now, it's a needed family ride for the park, but I worry about the capacity of a model at a park that draws some of the biggest crowds in the country. Zambezi Zinger at Worlds of Fun, built by GCI. Another namesake coaster, this is a unique new wooden hybrid coaster. It will have sections of Titan Track and feature a spiral lift hill to model itself off of the former namesake. This is the first addition to Worlds of Fun in 14 years, and the family wooden coaster should do wonders to expand the park's coaster diversity. A much needed addition and a great fit. This has to be the most positive and surprising addition of this year. Finally, the pair of dueling family coasters at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, built by Skyline Attractions. Now, not a thrill coaster, or really a normal family coaster. I simply find this significant as it's the first of this single-rail family model to be built. At 24 feet and 550 feet per track, this is closer to a kiddie coaster, but it still seems like an interesting step for Skyline as their previous solo projects haven't really done the best. I'm interested to see how this goes. So that is the list of the US coasters coming in 2023. It's possible I may have missed one or two here and there, but let me know down below if I missed any, and I'd love to talk about them in the future. And let me know which rides you plan on adding to your credit list this year, and what do you think will be the best and the worst. Until next time, that's all from the shores of Island Coasters.